Okay folks, I have decided to create a video series called Python in 5, where I try and do something really interesting with Python, something that you will find useful in 5 minutes or under, so I'm going to speak a bit fast for this one. I have been trailing the internet web and I found this really wonderful data table by someone who is kindly curating all of President Trump's golf outings, and what I'd like to do with Python and pandas and matplotlib today is make a plot of the number of times Donald Trump has played golf with time, okay? So I am going to copy this URL because I'm going to need it in a second. I'm going to go to the HiPy website. This is the new HiPy website. It's not up and running yet. I'm still working on it. But I've redesigned it so that it's very easy now for you to go and register at any of these events that are upcoming at the University of Liverpool. And if you are an absolute beginner, then you can just click start and immediately start typing some Python to run it, okay? Our resources will also be on there. I'll keep you updated with that. But for now, let's plot this graph. Okay, so I'm going to need pandas. So I'm going to import as PD, and I'm also going to import matplotlib. .pyplot as plt. Okay, I'm going to immediately create a data frame by using this amazing pandas function, which is called read HTML, and I'm going to paste my link into there. And what that function does, it will go to that website and it will strip out any tabulated data from the HTML into a list. So if there are more than one table on the page, it'll put them into a list, and each item in that list will be a separate table. So I only really want the first element in that list because I know that the first table is the only table on that page. So I'm just going to do select the zeroth item in that list. Okay, I'm just going to check that it is there. Print df.columns. Okay, and if I run that, Control and Enter, it should give me the headers. Yep, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to plot date against golf count, but I'm first going to filter that data frame so that I only have the records that say yes, he definitely played golf that day. Okay. I can also see I'm going to need to be careful because there's a space before and after the word in each of those headers, so I'm going to need to include those spaces when I'm manipulating the pandas columns. Okay, so be very, very careful about that. Right, so let's filter this. I'm going to create a new data frame called golf, and I'm going to say, okay, df is my original data frame, and I'm going to select the column called played golf, question mark asterisk space, and I want to select the records that say yes, he did play golf that day. Okay, so that'll do that for us. I've also got to be very careful with the date column, so I'm going to plot the date column, but at the moment, when it strips the data out of the HTML, it's going to be stored as a string. Matplotlib is not going to like that, so I'm going to need to convert that column into a datetime format. That's very easy to do in Python. Let's do it again. We just do golf, and we get the column name, which is date. And oops, and I'm going to say pd.to date time, and again that column. Okay, and now I'm ready to plot my graph, which is simply going to be golf.plot, set my x as date, excuse me, and my y as, what was it, golf count. Remember the space after that, okay? I also need to include the line plot.show just to make sure it appears. I don't really want this line in here anymore, so I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to run it and see what happens. Okay, I've got an invalid syntax. Yes, I need a double equation sign there. Okay, so run that again. Oh, I'm making a mess of this. Golf date. I've missed out another equal sign there. And there you go. That wasn't too bad. So here is my graph of the number of times Donald Trump has played golf over the last year and a half or so. Okay, so there you go. That was fun. I'll be doing a few more of these videos. In the meantime, please register for our events. This site will be up very soon, but you can still register now at www.hypy.uk. I'll see you soon.